Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Thomas, owner of Epitome of Excellence Designs and Decor, otherwise known and referred to as EOEDesigns. And I promise y'all, I got more clothes than just this Mario shirt right here. I'm just happening to record a couple of videos just to get caught up on everything. And I wanted to share a few things while I'm in the mood and while I look good. Anyway, I've been screenshotting and saving some comments, and I really been meaning to go back and do videos on them to give like verbal, what is the word I'm looking for? I can never find the word when I'm on video, but I really want to give a verbal feedback is the word. I want to give verbal feedback on these comments, because a lot of times I do try to keep it with the comments in the comment section, but some of them are better said than written out, because I don't say it's not going to be a misinterpretation thing, but I just want to share a video with y'all. So I have a comment that I wanted to share. I'm going to put it on the screen. It says, "Pray all is well," and this is from Miss Glenda Muhammad. She says, "I pray all is well with you and your family, bro. Would you mind sharing how long it took you to build up your customer base and what to expect, positive and negative? Thank you. Much love for you and your family." I think that this is a great question or a great comment. And like I said, I have plenty of other comments for people who've left stuff like this, but I wanted to share with you all because I don't want to be unrealistic at all whatsoever. All of the stuff you see behind me, and this is just a portion because this is the stuff I keep here that I would use for prep to make centerpieces instead of lugging stuff from my storage to here and back to my storage. If I'm making centerpieces, I'll keep them here. But all of what you see behind me is pretty much a result of my business. It's flowers and foam and those bus pans that I never use now, because I'm gonna share a few of those things, but just to give you a little tidbit on those, when I first started, I had clients who would book events, and when they were finished, they would leave my glasses full of drinks. And I'm not a maid, and I'm not a cleanup crew, I'm not a janitor. So I had started getting the bus pan. I got two, they come in a 2-pack from Sam's, and I was using that to pour the drinks in and then getting my glasses. When I figured out that was the wrong route to go, I put a stop to that quickly. So before I even started to take my stuff up, or before I even finished with that client, I would let them know, make sure the tables are clean, make sure plates are thrown away, whatever silverware is not being used, I can't reuse it anyway, whether it was touched or not, throw it away, and make sure those glasses are empty. And most of the time they do, because you'll find yourself cleaning up after these people at these events and then trying to get your stuff. So that's why I said this is a great question, because I'm going to share with you some of the stuff that I kind of dealt with, and it'll kind of paint the picture on what to expect. So the first question is, how long did it take me to build my customer base, or my customer base? Excuse me. It took me, I think really now I'm going into year 5 now, which sounds crazy because I think I started this on the cusp of COVID, coming out of COVID. COVID impacted us in 2020, and y'all know, when nobody booking no events. So I didn't really get affected or hit by people stopping events and not doing like baby showers and birthday parties and getting together and doing gatherings. I didn't get hit by that because I wasn't doing it. So in the midst of me kind of like waiting, I had only done one event prior to that, but it took me to where I am now. I'm gonna say a good 3 years, because year 21 is when I first, I'm gonna say, came out the gate swinging. I set my prices at an all-time low. I did not even consult with other designers to see what the prices was in my area, and what I knew to offer is what I knew to put in a package and to say, hey, I can give you this for this price. And something that I use to build my customer base is offering things that other designers won't offer, but at a cheaper price. That is not my advice at all whatsoever. If I actually don't even recommend it, but that is something that helped me build my customer base. Is I was a competitor to somebody who was selling a $5 cheeseburger, but I was selling that same cheeseburger for $1. That's honestly the best way I can put it, y'all. I became competition for those people. I became competition for the person that had a gas station up the road and they were selling their gas for $2.80, and I was selling my gas for 89 cents. You getting the same gas and you gonna reach the same destination. People was booking me because I was giving them the same kind of event. If this person was doing a baby shower and they was charging $1,500, $1,600, I was doing that same baby shower for $400. That's how I built my customer base. That's why I said I do not recommend that, because a lot of times I found myself going in the hole. And I thank God for my friend Lorena Brown. I'm gonna shout her out. If y'all know her, if you're familiar with her, she is in the she is in the Raleigh, North Carolina area, Granville County, Vance County. And I didn't really know her like that, but I would rent stuff from her. And when I rented things from people, I would make my client pay for that. So that's when people were able to get, like, they were able to get throne chairs and things like that. So I would come into contact with her, but like I said, I didn't know her. And one day I ended up renting a throne chair, and I went to pick it up after an event of her using it. And I said, hey, how long you been doing this? And she told me, and I could not believe it, because the woman is bad to the bone. And she knew it. I wouldn't say she don't know it, but she know it. She bad to the bone. And she told me that she got started because she did, I think, her wedding renewal or something. And people just said, oh, I love it, and started booking her. So I ran into her that time, and then I ran into her in Walmart. And she pretty much told me, instead of selling myself short for a client, I could keep my own money in my pocket and spend time with my own family and keep my money in my pocket. What I was doing was booking these events, charging my client, not making any money, using the excuse of obtaining inventory from those clients as a payment, and going into the hole if I didn't have enough money for those events. My recommendation to somebody who's trying to build their customer base is to work with another designer. If you don't have that luxury, if you're not privy to any designers in your area, you're gonna have to just work a little bit harder. And I hate to use this analogy, but it's just like a pastor building a church from the ground up and having to get members, versus a pastor who obtains a church from somebody who's either passed on or who is either sat down for pastorship. That's the best way I can put it, because I'm churching like that. But that's the best way I can put it. If you're obtaining something that somebody has already established, or if you're stepping into that, it's easier to get recommendations from the said designer you're working with. That's my recommendation to build a good customer base, is to partner up with somebody, say, hey, you doing some events this weekend, I will work with you. If you want to do it for free and just volunteer, that's fine. So you can learn tricks of the trade, you can learn things that you'll run into, or if they decide they want to pay you, that's another good option as well. But my route, I'm putting both hands up, because listen, officer, I don't know what you're talking about. Set your events cheap and you'll get the clients, but it's gonna come with a price. Your time, and you're gonna be as irritated as all get out. I had events rolling back to back that year, and I'm gonna be upfront and honest with you. I might have made $2,000 that year off of my business. Might. Like cash in hand in pocket. I might. If that. I don't even feel like I made it. Because what can you get from doing an event for 30 people at $400, covering 6 to 7 tables, making centerpieces, putting down chargers, putting down plates, putting down silverware, putting down linen napkins, hauling that stuff to a storage, getting a U-Haul, bringing that stuff home to wash it, using your vehicle to take it back to where it needs to go. I was in the hole like a mug, y'all. I was climbing myself out of a hole. And somebody had asked me one day that I work with, they said, do you make good money from your events? And I was like, no. They said, do you? I said, no. I said, I get paid from the inventory. And when I said that out of my mouth, I realized how stupid and silly that sound, for lack of better words. That sounded so silly, to say that I'm working for free and only obtaining flowers from an event. Yeah, I did your event. I get to keep the flowers. Hey. Now, I am thankful for where I have landed now, but I wouldn't be where I am without doing it because I've obtained a lot of stuff. But the stuff you see behind the shelves, paying for the storage every month, paying for your laundry detergent. For me, I have to sometimes pay for a babysitter or pay somebody to come help me. Paying for things like that. Putting gas in my car because I can't just drive a U-Haul. I got me and my wife. And paying for the mileage on the U-Haul. Paying for the U-Haul itself. What else? Paying for food all day when you're doing these events because this is an all-day thing. That, I know I'm off on a tangent, but that is something that has to be factored into whether or not you're willing to get into this thing all the way, because there's a whole lot of behind the scenes stuff that comes with it. And then while my gears are turning, I'll make another video on that at a later date. So building your customer base, just to sum it all up in a nutshell, is to partner up with a designer so that you can get the tutelage and the experience that you need. Go to classes and learn, advertise. Like I'm saying, God gave me this gift and this talent. I did not have to go to any classes to learn it. I just took off from it. He placed it in me, and I just allow him to bring it forward. So those are your two options. And the second part of this question says, what to expect, the positive and the negative. So I'll start with the negative stuff first. Some of the negative things, and I'm shooting off the top of my head, I don't have none of this wrote down. I'm just talking from experience. Some of the negative things you can expect from doing this is a lot of clients who are not respectful of your time. The inboxes, the 1,000,001 questions, the clients that say they want to book you and then they renege and don't want to book you, or they send a deposit or retainer and cancel on you. That's a negative thing because you're already factoring in, and I don't even charge a consultation fee, but I'm sure as I get into this more and I get more busy, that those things will come with time. And I don't think greed is a good way to go into this. If you're going into this or starting out being greedy and thinking that you're going to profit $1,500 to $2,000 off of events, I don't think this is for you. With any good business, you're going to have to count your profit and your loss, your revenue, your overhead, things like that. And then as you get into it, you'll start making the money. So you're going to have clients that'll waste your time. You'll have clients that will harass you and send you pictures and, hey, what do you charge for this? What if I do this? What if I take out this head count? This is the one that gets me. I just want something really small. I can't really small get up at 8 o'clock in the morning to do your event. I can't really small load up stuff in a car. I can't really small unload it. I can't really small wash the linen after it's done with the event. I can't really small put it back up. I can't really small find somebody to keep my kids when I have to do your event. And they want that. They think that them saying really small is going to change what your out the door price is for something. I want something really small. Nothing big. Whether I'm there to set up 1 table or 100 tables, it's an inconvenience for me, for you to feel like you can pay me $200 to come and do something and you come out on top with the beauty of it and I don't have anything out of the deal. So if you are a client like that, take really small out of your vocabulary. If you know that somebody does work that you really like, pay those people. Pay the designers. Pay for the convenience of it. Don't really small them to death. So that is a negative thing. And I got hyped up just then. That really small stuff will really, it drives me crazy because you gotta be, you can't do people like that. You gotta pay for people's time. And that's really what you're paying for when you get an event designer. Because as we get the inventory, you paying for time, you paying for creativity, you paying for the convenience, the design, not having to touch stuff. You're paying for that. So that's a negative. I think another negative thing is, like I was talking about, how much you make versus how much you make, how much you lose. That's all determined by you. I never share prices because I don't know your demographic. I do not feel comfortable at all telling y'all what to charge somebody for an event. Because like I said in a previous video, if you're in a state that has a high cost of living, And I'm in North Carolina, and the cost of living is a little bit lower. It's going up a little bit, but it's a little bit lower. I can't tell you what to charge. So that's completely up to you. I'm sure I'm going to get to a point one day where I can, because I'm still learning like y'all, get to a point where I can say, this is what you do. This is how you would set that price, and this is what you should charge based on these factors. But for me, it's going to have to be factors involved. I can't just spit out a number and say, charge this for baby showers, charge this for birthday parties, charge this for banquets, charge this for quinceañeras, things like that. So it's going to be your profit and loss in all of it. And then some of the positive things that I love about this is, of course, the inventory. I love looking around in my storage, and I only have one storage. It's a 400 square foot storage. And y'all see how I got it laid out. I got my shelves in there, and I always tell my wife when we go in there, I said, baby, we are so blessed, because I remember when I had 3 storage totes in my attic with white linen, white chair covers, a few sashes, and some centerpiece balls that I had made. And when I moved out of that house, that attic was so doggone hot, and I'm a big man. I didn't like going up there. Every time I get on here recording, my nose itch. I don't like going up there, but I said, I'm gonna leave that stuff up there. My wife said, you better not. So when I moved and got a storage, I ended up getting that stuff, and I burnt up getting it, but to this day, I don't regret it, because that stuff carried me into the start of my event designing. So the inventory is a positive. The money you make is a positive. I tell my wife all the time, EOE done paid a lot of bills. It done paid for a lot of vacations. It done put a lot of gas in the car, to put a lot of food in our mouth. My wife has not worked in, what's this month? In November, my wife would have been a stay-at-home. No, October. My wife would have been a stay-at-home mom for a year. And I always tell her, I got a good job too now. Don't get me wrong now. I got a good job too. But it's God all by himself that has allowed me, this household, to be sustained on one income. And when I say one income, like one, she's not working. And then I have 3 kids. I was about to say 4. Y'all probably know by now. By the time you see this video, you'll know that we got baby number 4 on the way. If not, surprise. If you caught that, let me see what you can put in the chat. If you caught that little tidbit, because I need to see if y'all watching, put the pregnant woman emoji in the chat. And it's another boy. Hey, I don't know what to say. It's another boy. Y'all just got to stick with us. Y'all will stick with us? That's all I'm saying. But anyway, it pays the bills. Another positive thing about it is you meet so many different people, designers, and you can get so much inspiration just from that little community, as long as you're not at odds with other designers and trying to compete with them. Because I always tell people, it's enough for everybody to eat. I cannot do everybody's birthday party in my area. I just told you my wife pregnant. If I can't do everybody's baby shower, I can't do everybody's kids' birthday parties, I cannot do everybody's banquets, everybody's graduation will graduate. It's enough for all of us to eat out here. Hold on. Sneezing up some. I can't do everybody's event. So I always say it's enough for all of us to eat out here. So that's a positive of it. You get your own little community base. You join Facebook groups so you can see what other people are doing, things that may be trendy and things that may no longer like be in trend or might be old fashioned. Things that you see a lot of clients are requesting, things that you see and you like. You say, I want to add that to my repertoire, my inventory or my stash. So those are the positive things. And I hope this answered your question without being too much, but I did want to share that with you all. So if you have questions, comments, anything, you can leave in the comment section, and I might not get to them today. I might not get to them tomorrow, but I'll get to them. Some of them might not even require a video, but I'm just thankful that y'all are here, and I'm excited about what God is doing for me and my business. I'm excited for the things and the ideas that he has placed on my heart to share with you all. I always tell y'all that it's a learning experience for me as well as y'all. Y'all inspire me as much as I inspire y'all, and I'm just glad to have my space in the place. So before you leave, make sure you hit the subscribe button and you click the notification bell so you get notified when I upload videos. It is always a pleasure, and until next time, y'all stay safe, be blessed.